Welcome back to FallingFoxGaming, everybody. I'm your host Blaine, and today we're going to be continuing with Stellaris. Now, a little bit of time has passed since we left off. We were mostly just expanding our territory, but a couple of things did happen that it's worth noting. I did a little bit of communications trading across the galaxy to meet some of our new neighbors, and there's one that popped up that's actually a little bit important for us. And they're actually trying to establish embassies right now with us. It's a Corinthian commerce cartel. This is another lore species, so next video we will have a lore section for these guys, along with anybody else that we may meet today. So we're going to agree to establish embassies just because why not at this point? But let's take a look. So the new neighbors that we met are these guys here, the Hive Dominion. They are not terrible with us. We're not going to end up being friends with them most likely. We have the Ronzar Manufacturing, who again, they don't really hate us all that much, and they probably won't really end up being friends with us just because they're so far away. Up here we have the Lipin Star Confederacy or Confederation. These guys, similar enough, they don't really dislike us that much. We will eventually probably end up being friends with them because they're kind of close, so we may actually put a little bit of effort into befriending them. We have the Dejun Authority. They dislike us a decent amount, but again, they're not hating on us, so we'll see how that goes. We have the Sundar Consortium. These guys, they actually like us, and it looks like they're going to continue to like us. I'm not exactly sure why. No, I'm okay with it for whatever reason. And then we have another Fallen Empire up here, their Holy Guardians, with their awesome little heart symbol here, which is just pretty amazing. But that's kind of it, I think. So the Corinthians are down by the Erobots, the southern part of the galaxy here, which is, oh, that's another thing. So the Erobot and Mathenian space pirates finished their war. The Mathenians lost. It didn't look like by much. I honestly think their war just kind of timed out, and I think the Erobots had less war exhaustion because when I took a little peek, I didn't see anything missing from either faction, and their little pop-up didn't say anything about lost territory, so I'm assuming it was just war to embarrass the Athenians, which apparently happened. So that's that. As for us, as you guys can see, we've expanded our territory just a little bit. We also managed to settle the planet here, and it is not actually a very good planet. Size 24, which is nice. It's really big, which means we could have a lot of districts on it, but generally the planet itself is not all that good for us. But it will allow us to get some more populations down on it, which means just general workers and general production, so that's always good. And then the final thing that we did is we came up here with a small portion of our fleet and took out the mining robots that were blocking us from going this way. So we're actually going to explore up here shortly. Now I have noticed that we're entering the stage where I was kind of worried about something. The Techno-Wasps actually keep trying to send construction ships through here. And what we have to do is we have to close borders and then open borders really quick to kind of eject them out of our system. So we need to try and take a couple of these systems quickly so that way they don't keep doing that. I don't know how far they will keep doing that. They may do this all the way through now that they actually have ships over here exploring, but I'm not sure. I hope they quit because it's actually really annoying to actually have to pay attention to. And that's where we're kind of caught up. So our economy is not doing particularly great. Now we're stable enough to where we're not going to have any problems, but we're not able to really progress anything because all the systems that we're finding are kind of junk. And to make it worse, we also have really bad planets. None of our planets are really that good. This is probably the best planet we have because it's got a whole bunch of food districts, but it's also very crummy size. It's only size 15. Our planet sizes are 18, 19, 15, and then we just found the 24, which is not actually a very good planet for us because of habitation percentage is only 60. So in all honesty, we don't have any good planets for us, not even our starting planet. So what we need to try to do is we need to try and balance out our economy today by swapping around our districts a little bit. Now, our main planet has 3 energy districts, the generator districts. We need to actually get rid of those and turn them into the agricultural districts. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn, I believe it's this one right here, this planet, the Russian Prime, we're going to turn that into an energy planet because it's got a few more energy districts. So our goal today is to turn this into our energy planet, and our capital is going to move more on over to agricultural. So first off, we're going to go ahead and buy 3 energy districts right off the bat for there. And then we're going to build 1 food district on our main planet. And then that should cap out our districts. Yeah. And then we're going to replace this with agricultural. So hopefully, actually, why don't I swap those now? Yeah, I'm going to leave that the way it is. So hopefully that will automatically swap properly. We may have to kind of micromanage a little bit, but hopefully it does it enough to where we don't have to babysit it too much. In any case, our empire is doing fairly well. So I don't think for the near future there's really anything that's going to happen. So I'm just going to kind of let time tick by here and fill you guys in when something big happens. So I'll see you guys when something happens. All right, just popping back because we have a new tradition up, which is always a good moment. This is actually something that I also forgot to show you guys. So I took the tradition to get a federation, and my idea was to try and confederate the techno-wasps. Now, that did not work at all. Like not even a little bit. So to try and form a federation with them, they're still negative 56. So we're almost at the point where they'd want to be in a federation with us. However, the base negative 50 from trying to form a federation is compounded by the fact that they're driven assimilators, which adds another negative 50 to it, which means I don't know if it's ever even possible to do that. That's a huge penalty. So effectively, by taking the diplomacy tree, I wasted a couple traditions, which honestly really sucks. I was really hoping that I could form a federation early on, but apparently that's just not even going to be a thing. So I think I'm just going to fill out the adaptability tree just because I want to get another ascension perk. I think we're going to go with reduce resettlement cost because we're actually going to be resettling people frequently in a little bit here, so we might as well just get that cheaper. So that's kind of the only thing that happened. The perk is the only thing that we've had in a while. It's been very slow going. This random empire over here decided to open their border to us. I have no idea who these guys are, really. They know a whole bunch of people we don't, so let's see if they're willing to trade communications for our communications. Ooh, almost. So let's just give them, we can give them 21 alloys. All right, so we're probably, so we're potentially about to meet a whole bunch more empires here. So let's just go ahead and tick time over and let's see. All right, here we go. And let's see who we all met. Oh, Jesus, okay. Let me go ahead and just start off by saying I think all of these empires right here are all ones with lore. So we have 6 now for the next video. Okay, so we might have to do something. I'm going to call this episode here short in a little bit, and I'm going to do a couple of the lore things at the end of this video, and then a couple at the beginning of the next video, so that way we are not taking up a ton of time in one video to cover like 6 empires. Let's just go ahead and meet them one by one here in game first. So the Queptiliums, United Stars, they're materialists and fanatic egalitarians. Okay, so neat. We're just going to go ahead and be nice to everybody. We have the United Verticius Mandate. Ooh, more plant people. Hey, they look like us. Materialists and again, fanatic egalitarians. Be nice to them. Here's where it gets interesting. Their first lore. Actually, let's start with these guys. I'm not sure. This might be one I added in. So the Commonwealth of Man, xenophobe and fanatic materialists. We have the Galactic Ultra Union. They are some more good friends of ours, hopefully. Materialists, xenophiles, and egalitarians. We have the Chronosphere Nexus, another machine hive mind. They are just a machine hive mind. They are not driven assimilators. We have the Seketh Hive, who is another hive mind. Just standard Gestalt Conscious, no devouring swarm or anything. And then we have the Phoenix Star Alliance, which are ruthless capitalists. They're fanatic materialists and xenophobes. Take a peek and see where everyone is at here. So we have no one over here. They're all over here. Okay, that makes sense because the other empire that we talked to is over here. So that is filling out that side of the galaxy quite rapidly. Now, we're not going to get to see too much about them because we have no information on them, but we can at the very least see where their general location is, and most of them are very far away, so I guess we're probably not going to be doing too much with them. They're really far away, but it does give us some trade partners, so that's always nice. Now that we've met all of our neighbors, we're going to go ahead and end this episode here for the standard gameplay. For those of you that want to stick around and watch the lore parts, that's coming up next. For those of you that do not want to stick around, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. But for everyone else, let's begin the lore section. For some, bartering, trading, the swapping of currencies is a way to get by in life. But for some, it's the reason for life. The Corinthian Commerce Cartel is a species built on trading and bartering. Every single thing, every single aspect of their empire is built around commerce. They say that anything can be bought so long as the deal is good enough. In the early days of their empire, they never even had a standing army or navy. Instead, they hired mercenaries, outsiders, those that they didn't have to overlook or overwatch or train themselves, to do all of their military work for them. It's even said that the Methenian space pirates were once the cartel's most powerful and their last mercenary group. No one truly knows why the Methenian space pirates went their own way and formed their own empire, but they have. And to this day there seems to be a bitter rivalry. Nothing so much as to declare war on one another, but they don't seem to get along very well whenever they're forced to interact on the galactic stage. Not all empires care about commerce. The Galactic Ultra Union is an example of this. They care very little about commerce, and instead they focus on scientific research. They inspect every aspect of the galaxy in hopes of understanding how it all works and how it's all put together. Very little is known about their true origins or why they're so stubborn in their ways, but it's very clear that the only thing they care about truly is research. Many species have tried to infiltrate their empire, but all attempts have failed. The safeguards of their technology and their information is unrivaled throughout the galaxy. While the Ultru may not be the ultimate military force in the galaxy, they hold many secrets about how the galaxy itself works, and one day an arrogant enemy may find themselves on the receiving end of that technology. And that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.